Welcome everybody. Tapping Tuesday / Wednesday in the sisterhood. We haven't done this in months because I do these in my paid membership now. But after my conversation today with Kristen Jett, if any of you saw that, I was inspired to actually give you guys an experience to help you move through the topic of making money decisions and helping you actually align with the right energy. Lots of times, like, we know that we should align with something differently, but we don't know how to get there. That's obviously why I love what I do, because I help you get there. So welcome to this live video, and welcome to the sisterhood if this is new for you joining us here live. And I would love to know if this is something you're experiencing right now. You know, if you're moving through some of your own money stuff and you know that you need to make that decision from that higher perspective, that place of like really trusting, that space of abundance, but you just like can't get there and you're just feeling really conflicted because you know it, but you can't align with it. So if this is something that you are going through, let me know in the comments. Hi, whoever's joining me live. I can't quite see anyone's names yet, but I would also love to talk about the topic of the last thing I said is helping you align with your power, because money can often, yes, definitely feeling this. All right, girl, I got you. So money can often help you feel disconnected from our personal power because we feel like paralyzed by it, especially if we're in a state of scarcity or insecurity or nervousness. We can just totally disconnect from our intuition and just feel like we have no control over the situation. If that's something you're experiencing as well, let me know, and feel free to elaborate if what this experience is like for you, and you know, why do you feel like this is coming up for you right now. My intention, like I said, is to help you reconnect to your power. So remembering that money is just an energy, and when we think of the spirit of money, some people have a positive experience, some people see a bit of a darker energy, but knowing that money is here to support us in our journey, it doesn't want to take from us, it doesn't want us to feel small, it doesn't want us to feel powerless. It really wants to support us, and inviting a new mind frame or new idea around that is really the goal here. Definitely feeling the presence of my own power and totally getting intimidated by it. Ooh, that's key right there. So I'm glad that you brought this up, because you're like, when I talk about living a big life, like, you can feel intimidated by what you're capable of. It reminds me of Marianne Williamson, like, our greatest fear is not our darkness, but our light, right? Like, what if we really can have it all? And maybe opening up the idea of allowing more in. This is something I was working on last night, and just telling myself, like, I'm allowed to have amazing friends. I'm allowed to have amazing opportunities. I'm allowed to have amazing money. I'm allowed to have an amazing business. Sometimes we think, well, like, if we have it all, we won't be relatable, or, well, other people don't have it all. Like, I need to have something wrong with me. So really allowing, what do you need to allow yourself to receive? What do you need to allow yourself to step into? And the last thing I wanted to talk about tonight is we have a choice. So lots of times we envision the what ifs and the what we don't want. So in extreme cases are like, what if I don't have the money to go on that trip? Or what if I don't have the money to pay my coach? Or what if I don't have the money to pay my bills? What if all the what ifs? And those are obviously not supporting us, but it is part of our subconscious brain just trying to keep us safe. It's just like, hey, we're trying to keep you on top of this. Just as much as we can envision what we don't want, we can also envision what we do want. And so that's the other goal for me tonight, is to help you guys start envisioning, like, what if you did allow yourself to have more things, or have more experiences, or have great relationships, great health, great money, great business? Could you actually picture yourself having all those things and allowing yourself, giving yourself permission to have those things? And when I did this, I realized that there was a little bit of disbelief for me. I was like, I need to have something to worry about. So what do I need to feel like I can let that go? And that's what I was working through recently in my own tapping experience. So I hope this helps you guys tonight. Welcome everyone who's joining me live. Roberta, Serena, hi everyone. I can't see everyone's names, but go ahead and find yourself a comfortable space. This isn't going to be too long of a video because I want to get tapping pretty quickly. And let me know if you are in that space of feeling kind of squashed or small, or that fearful state around making a financial decision, or feeling like money has more power over you. If that's something you resonate with, let me know what your experience is like, and we can tap on it tonight. All right, so as always, just finding a quiet space just for you to spend a few moments tapping into your higher self, tapping into any of your fears. This is really an opportunity to let go of things that might be lingering, that you are holding on to. Once we feel them, we can free them. So that's our intention tonight. So go ahead and close your eyes, just allowing yourself to unwind for a moment, unwind from your day. And creating this space just for you to relax. Visualizing setting aside anything you were working on or doing before this. Just leaving it there and letting it go. Visualizing setting aside anything you'll go to after this, knowing it'll be there for you when you return. But for right now, this is a space for you to just tune in, to feel what you need to feel, so that you can release and open up to receive. And just take a note how your body is feeling right now around the topic of money, or making decisions around money. Just notice if there's any discomfort or any anxiety. And giving that feeling just a number on a scale of 0 to 10. Where is that number, that feeling at right now? And for any of you live, I would love for you to describe that feeling for me in the comments, because this is what we can tap on. And for any of you watching the replay, you can write down what that feeling is. Maybe it's you're anxious because you're feeling a lot of pressure, or it could be something really simple, but what you're feeling and why you're feeling that way. So just taking note of that, writing it down. And those are the words that you can use to tap on. And I'm just going to come up with whatever comes to mind. I kind of try to tap in and just assume what some people might be feeling, but feel free to add in or fine tune wherever you need. Awesome. So when you're ready, we're going to start by tapping on the side of the hand. And anyone new to tapping, you guys can just follow along with me, or just tapping on meridians on the body and repeating after me. So we're going to say, even though I want to feel expansive around my money decisions, right now I'm being pushed to a place of fear, and I accept myself anyway. Even though I'm feeling this uncertainty, and it makes me feel excited and scared at the same time, I accept myself and where I'm at right now. Awesome. Even though I know I need to align with a higher perspective, I'm feeling a mix of emotions right now, and I accept myself anyway. All right, top of the head. We're going to say, it's hard for me to hear my higher self. And then we're going to go to the eyebrow point and say there's so much uncertainty. Side of the eye. There's so much unknown. Underneath the eye. I feel uncomfortable and afraid. Underneath the nose. I just want to be sure that everything is going to work out. Underneath the mouth. I want a guarantee that I will be supported. Collarbone point. I have all this doubt and fear that I won't be okay. Underneath the arms. What if my plan fails? Underneath the chest. What if the money doesn't line up the way I thought it would? Wrist point. All the what ifs that I've been brewing up inside. Top of the head. My need to control the outcome. Eyebrow point. I don't like uncertainty. Side of the eye. I like to be in control. Underneath the eye. I like a guarantee. Underneath the nose. But this belief is holding me back. Underneath the mouth. From receiving more. Collarbone point. From new opportunities. Underneath the arms. From new ideas. Underneath the chest. From new income. Wrist point. My need for certainty is holding me back. Top of the head. My need to be in control is keeping me small. Eyebrow point. I'm open to the possibility of releasing some of this now. Side of the eye. I'm curious to an alternative view. Underneath the eye. This part of me that wants to hold on. Underneath the nose. This part of me that wants to be certain. When I'm ready, I will let it go. Nice comfortable breath. So this brings up a good point, is that almost everyone that I work with, we like to have that element of control, that element of certainty. Like, well, I just want to know that it's all going to work out beforehand. And we know, like, that's not the way the universe works. We have to step forward before we're ready. And that takes faith. And in order to come from this place of faith, we need to be reminded, where is my faith in this? And sometimes our fear can fog our faith. Fear can fog our faith. It's kind of funny. But so what we're doing is kind of clearing that fog out right now. So I'd love to know how you ladies are feeling, if there's still some uncertainty or fear welling up in you. Just taking a moment to note if it is, why is it still there? What does this fear have to tell me? What does this fear need to say? It's saying, I don't like to be uncomfortable. It's saying, I'm afraid of failing. It's saying, I'm afraid of whatever. What does that fear need to say? What needs to come out right now? I'm giving it the space to come out in this tapping. So now I introduce the idea of I'm curious, I'm open to letting go, I'm open to seeing things differently, I'm open to trusting that everything will be okay, that I can trust my higher self, I can trust what my soul is calling me to do. All right, so we're going to go back to the side of the hand. If no one has any updates, that's fine. We'll just start tapping again on the side of the hand, and we'll say, even though I have been holding on to this fear, I'm open to releasing it now. Even though there's this part of me that doesn't like the uncertainty, I'm open to finding peace within this space now. Even though I want to be in control and know that I'm going to be supported, there's a part of me that's afraid, and that's okay. I accept this part of me now. I'm going to the top of the head and say, I'm afraid to be unsupported. Eyebrow point, I'm afraid to fail. Side of the eye, I'm afraid everyone will find out I'm a fraud. Underneath the eye, all the mix of emotions that I'm feeling around money right now. Underneath the nose, I'm willing to start clearing them out. Underneath the mouth, I'm open to feeling more supported now. Collarbone point, I'm open to allowing myself underneath the arms to see this differently. Underneath the chest, I wonder where I've been supported in the past. Wrist point, I wonder if everything will be okay. Top of the head, I wonder whatever is calling me for a reason. Eyebrow point, I'm open to trusting all these signs now. Side of the eye, I'm open to bringing my higher self into the equation. Underneath the eye, I'm open to seeing all the ways that I'm supported. Underneath the nose, I'm open to taking my power back now. Underneath the mouth, releasing any remaining fear. Collarbone point, and allowing myself to feel supported now. So it's kind of cool when we tap, because we're almost commanding, like when we're talking, like I'm allowing myself to be supported now, is like asking for that command emotionally from the universe, from our subconscious. Like, I'm asking you to show me something new. And you know, that part of our brain that always looks for whatever questions we ask, it will look for answers. And so if we're fearing this idea that things aren't going to work out, our brain's going to show us all the ways it won't work out. And what we're trying to do here is ask your brain to look for a different solution. So asking, okay, can you envision how this could work out for me? Can you remind me how I have been financially, emotionally, spiritually supported in the past? And if we have trauma around that, that's obviously, that might be why this is coming up. You might need extra support around that, and you can always reach out and let me know. So we're going to do one more round and really claim that it is safe for us to be in our power. It is safe for us to make decisions, and really rooting into our connection to whatever our beliefs is, whatever it's God, universe, higher source, that it's safe for us to really claim that we know what's best for us and make that decision from there. All right, so let's go to the side of the hand and say, even though I might have some mixed emotions around money, I am open to taking my power back now. Good job. Even though I've been feeling all this fear and uncertainty, I'm open to releasing it now and choosing to feel supported instead. Good job. Even though I've been focused on all the bad things that might happen, I'm open to focusing on the good instead. Good job. Top of the head, all this fear around money. Eyebrow point, all the ways I've given my power away to it. Side of the eye, I'm choosing to take my power back now. Side of the eye, under the eye, I'm open to working with money rather than against it. Underneath the nose, money is just an energy. Underneath the mouth, and money is just a number. Collarbone point, all the power and meaning I've given to it. Underneath the arms, I'm ready to call that power back home. Underneath the chest, I'm being reminded that I am one of the most powerful beings in the universe. Wrist point, I can choose a loving perspective. Top of the head, or I can choose a fearful one. Eyebrow point, I wonder what a loving perspective would look like to me. Side of the eye, I wonder how I could handle this in a graceful way. Underneath the eye, I wonder what I need to feel even more supported now. Underneath the nose, that sense of security is available to me. Underneath the mouth, with or without money. Collarbone point, it's safe for me to be the powerful woman I was born to be. Underneath the arm, there's no mistake that I was born this way. Underneath the chest, I'm choosing to claim that power now. I'm choosing to use it for good. All right. So, taking another nice comfortable breath. I have no idea if this is resonating with anyone or if anyone's having any insights, but I'm hoping that there was at least some nuggets in there for you guys. Hoping that something has come up or you've had some kind of shift. Tapping Facebook Live is really tricky because tapping is such a personal process. It's usually very conversational. So I would love your feedback. Yes, this is awesome. Yay, I'm glad. And to just allow yourself more space if you need more time to let these things unravel. If there's still more fear there, don't try and ignore the fear and bury it away. Be like, okay, fear, what are you really afraid of? Expressing it so that you can it doesn't have that power over you. So you need to feel it to free it. It wasn't what I needed to work on, but I still felt so good. Okay, cool, Serena. The bit where you mentioned feeling like